I've experienced extreme accidents, extreme life-changing events like broken bones. I come back from South America in a jet in 2013 because I had a shattered pelvis that led to 3 major surgeries and an artificial right hip. Without getting too bloody emotional, I just wanted to really share that story and basically explain what's happened, how it's turned out, what's happening now and where it's heading, and I really hope you can take something from all this. I've always loved music, and ever since I can remember, I've always understood rhythm naturally. I guess I understood rhythm before I started playing bass. I started playing bass when I was 16. That was really due to the fact that I broke my leg in an accident running up a set of stairs, and we got caught doing something in a place that we shouldn't have been. So upon trying to escape and trying to not get caught, I ended up breaking my leg. But being horizontal for so long, I was able to pick up the bass and play pretty much all day because I didn't have a great deal of other stuff to do. So in a weird roundabout way, as life's always seemed to be for me, it's turned into something quite positive. From the outside, it's easy to pull smoke and mirrors and to let people know that everything's easy and that it's all okay. But for me, it's always been about being genuine and transparent, and to push myself musically, physically, mentally and emotionally as much as possible to take me to places that I never thought would be possible. Through everything I've been through, music has always stuck with me and stayed with me, and for the countless amount of accidents, motorbike, car, work, you name it, and the countless bones that I've broken in my body, my hands have always been okay. To sit here on my front step of where I live in the Dandenong Ranges in Australia and explain this concept and these experiences and this story, it's actually quite profound to experience. So bass playing and music to me are non-negotiables. They've always been there. They've never left me. It's a passion. It's an experience that I've played on, that I've grown with. Been up, been down, experienced a mega amount of hurdles along the journey. If you're able to picture having a focused goal or a vision and you're trying to move forward that way, and then there's life that snakes around, breakups, deaths, accidents, you name it. The one thing that's always kept me centered and grounded is music, and it's because of all of these experiences that I'm able to talk about kadeturner.com today, and that I'm able to explain a bit of my story of who I am and how it all came about. I started kadeturner.com because I wanted to compile all of my ideas, all of my passion, all of my experience and all of my knowledge in one place, in a one-stop shop, if you will, to be able to have a transparent, accessible guide of everything bass, everything I ran into, the trouble I had finding the right teachers, the struggles I had trying to learn to read music, to interpret music in my brain, to my hands, my physical abilities, the troubles I had understanding EQ, amps, basses, strings, how to stay with bands, how to join bands, how to get them off the ground, how to learn audio production, video production, and the time, effort, heart, soul, blood, sweat and tears, you name it, that I've poured into this project have led me to a point now that it has started to have a snowball effect in a good way. Taking all these things into account, I hit the ground running as best as I possibly knew how. That has allowed me to start to experience the growth of my branding. I really thought about how I wanted to come across and how I could push that and sustain this into something which is a one-stop shop bass channel, reproducing sound and post-producing it in a way that I think is good, has been a massive catalyst for this project. I've really spent the time and taken the time to perfect my audio engineering as best as I can, and it's a never-ending journey. The more I learn, the more I realise there is to learn. Living out here, having the dogs, living with the animals and living, bordering on a national park has definitely been a great life decision I made to move out here 4 years ago. None of it's come easy, and I don't anticipate that any of it will be easy, and that's okay. All that matters is pushing forward. So being in bands especially has forced me to become a better musician and a better player, and I think that has helped lead to part of the success of where I'm heading and what I'm experiencing with it now. And, I'll say this forever, surrounding yourself with the right people and making the right connections I would call necessary for pursuing anything of this manner. So facing my fears, my anxieties, my hardships in and out of music, staying focused and staying driven and believing in myself has definitely been the most rewarding thing I've experienced with this whole journey. From day dot, I remember telling a guitarist friend of mine that I wanted to explain that I've been humbled, explain that I wasn't always right, that I needed to be brought back down to earth, that I needed to settle, and that not everything is going to work in your favour, and to build up the strength of character to be able to actually pursue this and survive and to do it. The passing of my father last year really changed the way I see time and the world now, which has all been part of helping me be able to stay focused and to stay one-track minded with the goal in mind and the intent in mind to push this channel further than I ever thought possible. I'd set my standards high from day one, and I've stayed with that vision from day one.